Welcome to the Don't Let That Go Over Your Head podcast, starring Q the Boss.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of Don't Let That Go Over Your Head podcast. They call me Q the Boss. See, listen, today's topic is deep. We got to talk about something specific today. I'm talking about losing people and how did you get over it, right? Today's topic, I wanted to talk about, losing loved ones. There's a lot of us that still have trauma from losing people that we cared about. I don't know those who know me. I lost one of my good friends. Rest in peace on my arm, right? But let me take this first call. Let me just see what somebody want to talk. Somebody wants to vent. So let me let them jump right on here so they can get their trauma out.
To accept, press 1.
What's going on? What's going on? Who's this?
Hi, this is Conchetta. I'm calling from New Orleans.
Conchetta from New Orleans. What's going on?
Nothing. I was just online and everything, looking at your broadcast and whatever.
Okay.
But I lost my best friend. My oldest sister.
How did she pass, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm still not over it because some days I just, cry, just think about it, and I just start crying. I'm still not over it. It happened last year.
If you don't mind me asking, how did she pass?
Aneurysm.
Aneurysm. In her brain?
Huh?
That's a brain aneurysm, right?
But I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
That's in the brain, right?
Do what?
So is that in her brain, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
That's all right. That's all right. Wow. So how are you coping with it?
I gotta take day by day and pray.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
That's it. It's hard, but guess what? It's gonna be all good. We're supposed to mourn for a little while, but not that long.
Some people they mean so much to us that it's harder to get over it.
It is hard. It's
Yeah.
real hard.
Yeah. So here's my question: how do you keep her legacy alive, and what do you do to honor her?
Well, her birthday is on the 20th of this month, so we're gonna have some balloons and release them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Love
because
it.
she got cremated, so
I love
yeah,
it.
she got cremated.
So you gonna bring the
Yeah,
ashes
but I
there?
miss my sister. Huh?
You gonna bring the ashes to the balloon release?
Am I what?
Or are you gonna bring the ashes to when you release the balloons?
Yes.
That's what's up. Wow.
Yes. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
No, it's okay. But we doing this episode today because we want everyone to see that we all go through similar traumas, and we want people to be able to
Right.
and give them a platform where they could actually talk about something that they're trying to get over and show each other that we all in the same space. We all human. We all go through the same things. We don't understand that we need each other's support, and it's better that we support each other.
Right.
Well, we're gonna take every name.
I'm still broken over that. I'm still broken over it. Because she gave me everything.
Wow.
She was more a mama to me than an older sister.
Wow.
Yeah, she did a lot for me.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. But okay, I'm going to let you go so you can get more callers.
I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for calling in and telling your story.
All right, God bless you.
God bless you too.
And everybody else. Okay.
Thank you so much. But that's an amazing testimony. She's lost her good sister. More like a mother to her. This is what we need to do more. We need to allow people to be able to express themselves and say what they're going through and show people that this is normal circumstances. Everyone thinks that they're the only ones going through what they're going through, but in reality, they aren't. But we need to normalize it, right? Let me say that one more time. Everyone thinks that they're the only ones going through what they're going through, but in reality, they aren't. We all have emotional traumas, mental traumas that we've been through, right? Sometimes we can't see the pain, so therefore people look like they're totally okay. But feeling is normal. We have to normalize the fact that people have feelings. We got to stop talking about or villainizing those who express themselves. It takes a strong man or a strong woman to be able to speak their piece and say how they feel. It takes a very weak person to hold back and not express themselves. Let's change that narrative. Initially, the narrative was the weaker person is the ones who speak up, and the stronger person was the one who stay quiet. But in reality, it's like the snowball effect. The more you hold back, the bigger the problem becomes psychologically, and we don't understand that. So let's allow these people to start speaking their piece and normalize it. Let me take another caller. We take another caller, guys. What's going on? Who's this? What's going on? Who's this? Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed. What's going on?
Nothing.
You heard the topic today?
I heard the topic today. Yes.
What do you think?
I think it comes in waves. I think sometimes it comes from friends, family.
Hmm.
You don't get over it. You just learn to deal with it.
Agreed. Agreed. Who did you lose that was very impactful to you?
I lost my mother like almost 3 years now,
Wow.
and my father 2 years
Wow. Back to back.
back to back.
Wow. And you say you're learning to deal with it, right? But what do you do
Yeah.
to remember their names and remember their legacy?
You get together with my brother and like my niece, and you just remember the memories.
Mm,
The good times.
nice. I love it. You know what I love? You doing a service for somebody. One of my theories I like to say is testimony save lives. And by people coming on this platform to speak and talk and call in, I just want to tell you I thank you and I appreciate it because there's someone sitting there now who think they're the only one going through something right now. And hearing that you lost your mother and father back to back, that's rough. You know, that's rough.
Yeah.
And I reward and I honor your strength. Because I can only imagine. But
It comes and goes. But my brother, my niece, a couple close friends and stuff. You get through it. There are times you want to talk about it. There are times you don't want to talk about it.
Mm, mm. You know what it is?
But you try to be there for somebody who just lost somebody. You try to
Agreed.
be there because you understand it.
Agreed. Agreed. See, that's what I love what you just said. You see, I always tell people without testimony, we can't save nobody. There's someone that needs your story. There's someone that needs my story and somebody else on his live
Mhm.
story. They need it. They need it. I had a friend, and the
And
reason why
that's
I'm
why
doing
I
this,
appreciate you.
and listen, I appreciate you more for supporting me because, I tell people all the time, we are what we support. We complain about things, but we support the negativity, only giving power to the negativity. I'm trying to discard the negativity as much as I can. I'm not trying to give more energy to the negativity, right?
No.
I had a friend of mine today, or a couple weeks ago rather, he was contemplating suicide and he called my phone and we had a long conversation. That's why I decided to do this topic today. I wanted to talk about it because someone needs to hear this. We need to encourage them and raise their strengths.
I'm glad you did.
I appreciate you so
I hope
much.
you do.
Where you from again?
I'm Kia from Long Island.
Oh, you from New? Oh, what's going on, Kia?
How are you?
How are you? You got me smiling. How you been?
I'm doing good. I still catch you on your podcast. I still catch you on Instagram, all that.
Listen, the love is real. I already know, man. I appreciate you more than you could ever imagine. Trust me.
I appreciate you too.
Listen, I appreciate you more. Keep showing the love. I definitely want you to know I value you and I appreciate you more than anything. You already know. Without you guys, there's no
We'll
this.
stay in touch.
Listen, without you, there's no this. Without the supporters, there's no this. And this is what it is. So I do this for you guys.
I am so proud. I appreciate you. I follow you. Keep doing the things you do.
I
Really.
appreciate you. Thank you so much.
No problem. Have
All
a
right.
good day.
You too, mommy. All right.
Bye.
All right. So, guys, I know her personally, and she's good people. And this is what we need to do. We need to be able to express ourselves, right? And a lot of us don't understand those things. We live in a world of judgmental people. Everyone is judging and judging and judging. I decided to create this platform to alleviate from the judging. This is a judgment-free zone. Anybody want to call in? The phone number is 516-253-1150. Somebody pin that number, 516-253-1150, right? We trying to change the narrative and we're trying to create more positivity. I've noticed there's enough negativity, so we're going to get into this third caller, right? So we're gonna allow more people to just call in. We're gonna do more calling opposed to talking today. What's going on, caller? Who's this? What's going on, caller? Who's this?
Hi, this is Martin.
How you doing? How was everything?
I'm
Turn-
good.
Turn the TV down or whatever you want with me. Turn it down. I can hear myself.
Okay. Can you hear yourself
Yes,
now?
no, I can't hear myself. How you doing?
I'm good.
Have you lost anybody that you love?
Yes, I'm glad I tuned in.
Appreciate it.
This was a great topic for me because I was having an episode a couple of days ago.
Wow. You see? That's why we do
Okay.
this. You know,
I'm sorry.
that's why we do this, because we know that everyone has similar stories and going through very similar things.
Right.
So who did you
So
lose?
Back in 2015,
Mhm,
my sister, which was 32 at the time,
mhm.
passed,
Mm.
and from sepsis, I'm sorry.
Mm.
And like 2 weeks, she had started taking care of my grandmother.
Okay.
So she passed January 18th. 2 weeks later, my grandmother passed February the 17th.
Mm.
And I think it was, I say about 9 months, my
Mhm.
mom passed.
Wow. So you had like a turmoil
It was
for
like,
back to back to back.
I'm sorry.
So you had a lot back to back to back. Wow.
Yeah, it was like I didn't get a chance to process anything.
Yeah.
Because at the time my sister passed, her son was 2 and her daughter was 5.
Wow.
And I went to see the kids. I had went to see the kids, and it was like I told my daughter, I was like, my sister's name was Bianca.
Okay.
I hate Bianca to leave her kids because now it's like they're just growing up, and you know the kids have their days sometimes. The boy he sometimes remember her and he don't, but the daughter fully remembers her more than he does.
Okay. And how old is her children?
How old is my sister?
Your sister's children.
Her children now are 10 and 13.
Wow.
The boy is 10 and her daughter is 13.
So do me a favor.
So,
You got Instagram?
yes.
Go to my Instagram. You know what my Instagram is, the Q the Boss Instagram?
No, I don't know your Instagram.
Take this name, QDABOSS 516. You got it?
Hold on. I'm sorry. Can you spell it again?
QDABOSS 516. You got it?
516.
Yes, you got it?
It didn't pop up.
QDABOSS 516.
Q as in quarter, B as in Bob,
Yes.
the apple, B as in Bob.
No, QDABOSS 516. Q Boss. You got it?
Can somebody pin it in the
Yeah. Right there. Do me a favor. Right there, sneaker sizes in my Instagram DM, right? I'm gonna buy both of them a pair of sneakers.
Because I can't hardly hear.
You heard what I said to you?
Repeat that.
Send me both of their sneaker sizes, right? And their names, and I'm gonna send both of them a pair of sneakers.
Okay.
Right? And I want to stay in contact too. I want you to let them know that there's extended family out here. This Q the Boss thing, and this Don't Let That Go Over Your Head podcast is for the people. And this is a family over here. And we help each other. Right? Those babies need as much influences in their lives as possible. Hello? Somebody pin it.
Yeah, I can't hardly hear on this other phone. That's why I was listening from the
Okay.
listen. I was saying if somebody could pin it for me in the
Somebody pin my Instagram on here.
pin it for me in I screenshot it.
Right. I'm gonna
Sorry,
text it to somebody. He gonna put it on the screen right now.
Okay.
So write my DM right now. Write me on Instagram. Say this is your name and tell me. Text me your phone number too. I'm gonna give you a call back, and we're gonna set that up. And I'm gonna send you 2 pair of sneakers for your niece and your nephew.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let me go.
All right.
You know, this is what we do. We family up here, guys. So we trying to help each other. You know, and this is not for no clout. This is what we do. Let me take the next caller, guys. Caller, what's going on, caller?
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Bless. What's going on? Who's this?
My name is Jaleesa.
How you doing, Jaleesa?
I'm blessed.
So where you tuning in from? Where you from?
I'm from Fairview Heights, Illinois, right across the river from St. Louis, Missouri.
That's what's up, man. We got Illinois on the check-in. So where did you catch the episode from? Which social media platform?
I lost my mom in May.
Okay.
I'm her only daughter.
Wow.
I was her caregiver for almost a year. I've had 2 brothers. It was hard. And they're acting like it's not hard on me, but it was hard on me and my daughter.
Yeah.
Me and my daughter were her primary caregivers. And I can't let it go. And they're telling me I need to get over it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something to you. Jalisa, just being honest with you, no person can tell you how long you can or not can grieve, right? Some people are so impactful in our life that time don't heal it. You know, we learn to cope with it and deal with it, but time won't heal it because they were that impactful and they meant that much to us. So no one can tell you when you can stop and how long you have to grieve, right? And also, you was a caregiver, so chances are you spent a lot of more time with her in her final days.
Right.
So-
I moved her in with me. I moved my mom in with me. And she stayed with me until that day, until that final day. She lived with me. And I thank God for giving me the wherewithal to take care of my mother. Because she would have did the same for me.
And I thank God for you doing that, to be honest with you. You know, the one thing I will say is I know she loves you and she appreciates what you've done for her in the end of her days. Right?
And let me also say this, my mother was saved and sanctified.
Wow.
I never heard my mother cuss. She never took a drink in front of me. She never did anything. Never went out and partied or anything. She was a virtuous woman. And I hope I can, live up to her standards.
You will, you know. The one thing is you are a representation of her. So with that being said, you know, she's in you. You know, the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Yeah.
You know, wow, I'm blown. I love doing this because these stories, man, they encourage me, they motivate me so much, and they're so impactful. Your words definitely touch me so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's all I want to call and say is that, I just want to let people know that I'm still grieving and they're saying I need to be over it by now.
You don't need to, but we learn to move on and keep our life going. But grieving when you love somebody. I have my best friend who died years back, and I had a moment today. That's what made me actually do this episode. We were in the studio recording, and I started singing something that I wrote for him, and it made me want to just come in and talk about losing someone you love. So this today means more to me, and hearing y'all say that is actually helping me. Sometimes we look like we have it all together, but we don't. I'm still human.
Exactly.
So don't worry about that.
Right.
My sister, I tell you, I love you. And I know you did the right thing by your sister. So God honors and loves the fact that you did that by your mother. And that says a lot about you.
Right. Thank you.
I love you,
Thank
my
you.
sister. All right, no problem.
I love you too.
All right.
I love you too. Okay. Amen.
Guys, this is why I do this podcast. Moments like this is what mean more to me than the money, than anything else. But guys, we got to take another caller right now. We got another one. They're calling in. This is an episode that they really want to talk about, and I'm going to allow them. Hello, caller, what's going on? We have to I want to allow them to use this platform to be able to express themselves, and that's what we're doing today. Anyone wants to call in and express themselves, 516-253-1150. 516-253-1150. We're using this platform today to allow you to grieve and express what you're going through. And someone on this podcast and this platform will see that they're not the only ones going through what they think they're the only ones going through. We all have problems. Every single one of us. Caller, what's going on, caller?
Hey, how are you?
How you doing, caller?
Oh my God, I'm so glad to get through.
Yeah, the calls are going crazy right now, but I appreciate you keep continuously calling.
Yeah,
What's going on? Where you from?
I'm from South Carolina.
South Carolina. How are you?
I'm not good right now.
What you going through?
Well, my son's birthday coming up.
Okay.
My son committed suicide,
Wow.
and he committed suicide on my birthday. And
Wow.
my birthday's coming up.
Wow.
And about 15 minutes after they pronounced him dead, his son was born.
Wow.
2 years ago, I lost my mom and my brother all in a 60-day span.
Wow.
COVID hit.
Wow.
I lost my marriage of 15 years, and I just feel defeated. And I'm like on the break of giving up. I really am.
Are you God fearing?
Huh?
Are you God fearing?
Yes, I am, and that's the only reason I continue to hang on.
Mm.
But it's hard. I'm not happy. I cry every day. Like I'm at work now, but I cry every day, all day.
You want to hear something, my sister? I'm gonna be honest with you. Today, I did this episode because of the fact that I know someone needs to hear your testimony, need to hear my testimony. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If I sat here right now and said I can say why everything happens, I'd be lying to you. But I do know that everything does happen for a reason and it's beyond our control, right? And one thing I do know is God don't make no mistakes. And with that being
Amen.
said, he knows what he's doing. It's just a matter of us allowing him to do what he needs to do. And that's the hardest part for a lot of us to accept. You know,
I know.
losing
And like
someone is hard. It's hard.
I'm 20 years clean of drugs and alcohol.
You're a strong woman. Strong
But
woman.
some days,
Now you don't want to go back to
some
that
days,
demon. You know, God took you and helped you get out of that space for a reason. You know?
yeah.
And the crazy part is you don't know that there's somebody on this live right now who might be contemplating suicide, but hearing you say what you're going through right now and is still able to get up and fight, right?
Yeah,
It's going to
fight
give
every
them
day.
strength.
I feel like I'm fighting for my life right now.
But that behind every testimony, you know, is a story, man. And, you know, it's like we have to go through these things. We don't understand them, but we have to learn to embrace the challenges and what life it is. You know,
Amen.
we have to. You know,
Amen.
today I broke down. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm saying this on my live. I'm a very strong man, but I'm still human. And today I was in the studio. I started crying, and my guys see me cry because I did a entry for my album talking about my friend that passed away, my best friend, and
Yeah.
I broke down, and I don't fear no one looking at me no way no more about me crying because I'm like, you know what? I'm human. I feel. I'm not a robot. I'm not a machine. I feel, and I think a lot more people need to learn how to express themselves because I do feel like
Amen.
that's how you heal, and that's how you heal by feeling. You don't heal by
That's it.
by feeling.
I tell everybody that because everybody's like, why you so sad all the time? Why you post sad stuff? It's not really that I'm posting sad stuff. It's just I'm posting my story. And some of my story is sad. And some days I feel sad. Mostly a lot of days I feel sad. But I push through each and every day, you know?
And that's your strength right there. That shows your
I
strength.
push through.
Listen, my
I
sister,
push
you
through.
if you ever need somebody to talk to, you know, you can hit me on Instagram, QTheBoss516. You can DM me. I
Yeah.
respond to all. Yeah, I'm one of those guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. With 100,000+ followers, I respond to every single one of my DMs because I appreciate
Yeah.
everybody that even hit me up. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I share a lot of your stuff.
I appreciate you so
TikTok
much.
to my Facebook because
Appreciate
it's
it.
so uplifting and so inspirational, and those prayers you put up, they really hits me and touches me so much.
I
So
appreciate it.
I
That's-
just happened to walk out the door on break, and as soon as I opened my TikTok, I saw your live, and I said, the day was a bad day
Wow.
mentally for me, and I just knew God just gave me something through you today.
Wow.
Some strength.
My sister, I love you so much and I appreciate you. And if you, like I
Thank
said, if
you.
you ever want to reach out to me, you can hit my DM and I'll respond back to you without a problem. You know,
Okay, thank
because I'm
you.
gonna tell you something. We in this together. You're not in this alone. We in this together.
Thank you.
You know, thank you. I love
Amen.
you. All right.
I love you too,
All
brother.
right, my
Thank you.
sister. All right.
All right.
You know, y'all guys really don't understand that it's bigger than me, it's bigger than you, it's bigger than everybody. And once you learn that, you start seeing we all got something going on. You know, the things that we make so big and not seeing that there's so many other people going through so much more, right? I'm trying to hold back tears from her story, man. You know, I can't sit here and say it's not affecting me. I got into an argument with a young guy the other day. Well, not an argument, but a debate. And the other day we was talking about Haiti, right? The country Haiti. I said to him, that country, the level of respect is diminishing in everywhere in the world for adults, right? So he told me in Haiti it's not like that. I said I disagreed. Anyway, we went back and forth for a while. And then he said to me, well, you have no right to speak about my country because you're not Haitian. I said, that's the problem. When I see a young kid in Haiti starving, I don't see a Haitian kid starving. I see me starving. I see one of my children. I see one of my cousins. I see one of my nieces. Everywhere I see some pain, I see me. And that's what people don't understand, right? I see myself. So when you understand that, you feel. And it's human to feel. But yet and still we denormalized feeling to the point where, let me say that one more time. And I want you to hear this good. It is human to feel, right? We've denormalized feeling to the point where people feel uncomfortable to feel. So human characteristical feelings that we normally have, we villainize people for feeling the way they're supposed to feel. You're a human. Humans feel. So let's stop villainizing people for feeling and start letting people express themselves. If you got to express yourself with tears, then so be it. If you got to express yourself with walking away for a while, then so be it. Because nobody in this world is exempt from life problems. Somebody's going to bury their mother tomorrow, whether you like it or not. Someone's going to bury their father tomorrow, whether you like it or not. But this is the hardships of reality. But when you sit back and look at somebody because they're a shell, because they have on nice things, you don't know what's going on in their mind. So this is why I wanted to do this segment today, because it was more about the world and not just myself. I created this platform because I want to help more people. I want to allow them to vent. I want them allowed them to feel, to be human again. Man, it is not weak to feel. Let me say that again. Men, it is not weak to feel. It is weak if you cannot express your feelings. That is abnormal. It is normal for a human to feel. It is normal for a human to cry. It is normal for a human to talk to other humans about what they're going through. But let's stop normalizing that and understand that every human feels. It's just what it is. But guys, if you want to call in, 516-253-1150. Somebody pin that number, 516-253-1150. Tell your testimony, tell your story, right? I want someone to feel comfortable to express themselves. It might save them from making a poor decision. And that's what it is. There's somebody out here right now that need to hear it. I'm going to take another caller right now. Caller.
Hey, what's up, Q?
What's going on? Who's this?
This is Damien. What's up, man?
Damien, what's going on, bro?
Nada, man, nada. Dude, I follow you for a long time on TikTok since when COVID started happening, man, and the amount of positivity you give to people and overall some of your speeches, bro, much love to you.
Bro, I appreciate you. I'm going to be honest with you. I do it for guys like you and guys like me. I do it for the normal people, the ones that's not trying to make themselves abnormal.
Yeah, that's it, man. I mean, I'm just that dude. A kid grew up, single mom. You know, managed to own a small little insurance agency.
It's not small and little. It's something you built, brother. It's not small and little.
12 years.
It's not small and little. It's something you built.
Yeah, dude, and just trying to show my kids, man, the positivity, and she's trying to be an influence on the other side of it. You know, and that lady that just called a little before I did, she had a couple family members pass.
Yes.
I think right around the same time. I recently had, I remember this, right around when COVID first happened, my mom passed.
Wow.
Not due to COVID, but she was sick for a little while.
Okay.
And it's crazy. So I live in Cincinnati, but I'm from Jersey.
Nice.
And I had to drive like a 13-hour drive to try to, have conversate with my mom and just be with her for her last hours before she passed.
Yes.
And all during that time, 2 of my staff members got COVID. So again, we're not a big insurance agency. So literally I'm answering customer service calls from the road as I'm going out to see my mom before she passes, man. And, I just can remember a lot of time where you just don't got time to process it. And you're on that grind, man. And you just got to stay focused. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Yeah. So,
And I want to give you your flowers, brother, because you just gave me mine. I want to give you back yours and tell you I
Yeah.
appreciate you and the support. Because without guys like you and the women out there and the people in the world, there's no me. There's no
Yeah.
me. And I just want you to know I appreciate it. That's why I'm gonna keep pushing out the positivity because it will
Yeah.
persevere over the negativity all day. And it
Bro.
says volumes about you as a man. You were still able to worry about handling business while you worried about your mother in the same context. I could only imagine where your brain
Yeah,
was.
it was a wild weekend, man. It was my son's 6th birthday, all in that same time frame. So
Wow.
it was a pretty wild weekend. So I missed my son's birthday to be out there. It was just a wild time, man. But yeah, man, I'm just thankful, man. Like I said, listening to you, dude, and I appreciate the flowers, man. But just in general, hearing your positive impact, dude, and like I said, you got a fun TikTok to watch for all those who listening who may not be following, man. I didn't even know you had IG because I'm not big on the social media like that.
Yes,
So I
yes.
just followed you on IG. Yeah, just
Appreciate that.
keep it up, dude, bro. I've been truly blessed, man. So thank you.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you too, man. Thank
All
you
right,
so
be well,
much.
man.
All right.
I appreciate.
Guys, I love this platform. Damien, good dude. You can tell, bro. Wow, strong too. This is what I'm loving, man. We feeding on each other's strength, right? Some of us need to hear these things, right? Wow. Wow. Today is really it's giving me goosebumps, man, hearing these testimonies and hearing all these stories, man, and seeing my guy feeling it today. I love it because again, we're not gonna villainize the guy that feels. We're not gonna villainize the woman for feeling. And guys, let me say this on record. If you need more time to heal and grieve, do it. Why not? Because at the end of the day, there's no expiration date on how long you can feel something about someone you loved or you love, right? There's no way a person can tell me that sometimes I go in my room and I feel, some of the people I lost along my journey. That's the hardest part about getting older is you losing people, right? But we have to persevere. We have to push through no matter what. And it's not weak. I'm going to tell you something. It's not weak to feel, right? And it's not weak. As long as you're feeling, I mean, you're human. So those want to call in 516-253-1150. 516-253-1150. Wow. Today's it's giving me goosebumps, man, because everyone that's feeling this is like I'm feeling with you. Right? And it's weird because when you talk to a lot of people, they don't understand that we're brothers and sisters regardless of how we identify or how we look at things. So when you look around the world, we all hurting. And that's your sister. That man that's hurting, that's your brother. That boy that's hurting, that's your son, that's your nephew, right? We start learning to look at the world like that. We can ultimately impact and change the world. You cannot change the world by looking at people like that's their problem. That ain't got nothing to do with me, right? It's a world problem. Economics and money is not going to take you to heaven, right? Money is not going to take no one in this world to heaven. But it's the things and the things you do before you leave this place, right? Let me say that one more time. I don't care about the millions of dollars that you may have made in the time while you were on earth. There's the impact that you leave on earth that says more about you than anything else. I'm going to tell you something again. Money is not taking you to heaven, right? They say you're going to see a lot of very wealthy people who are not going to heaven because they did not care about no one other than themselves, right? So if the money is your God, then understand what's the end results of your money, your worshiping money. And that's the reality. We have a lot of people that worship money so much. Don't get me wrong, it's needed because it's a necessity. But it should never be your God, right? For those who want to call in 516-253-1150. Let me say that one more time, 516-253-1150. If you want to vent about someone you may have lost that you love or you still love and you're still trying to grieve about it, I'm going to give you this platform. You can call in and you can explain yourself, express yourself, right? I find a position in every negative. If not, I would have been lost. A lot of people like that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of us would be in a realm right now psychologically, right, where we would be lost if we didn't know who we were or we didn't have a foundation or a belief, right? If we didn't have a belief in our gods, we'd be surprised at where we'd be right now. A lot of us need to, be able to hold each other's shoulder and say to each other, let's be strong and not worry about what other people are going to think. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a product of, my past is a product of me worried about people, right? There was a time where I would have never got on this platform and ever spoke about things like this because I used to look at that as weak. But in reality, it's not weak. It's very strong to be able to express yourself because somebody right now is literally learning and feeding off the fact that they know that you're a very strong person, but they see that you're human. We're not X-Men. We're not, what's the word, Batman and Superman and villains. Like, come on, this is movies. We're talking about we're real humans. We feel. And we have to learn to comfortably feel and heal. You cannot heal if you don't express what's wrong, right? For those who want to call in, 516 253 1150. 516 253 1150. All right, my brother going through something right now. If you want to express yourself, I'll give you the mic. You ain't got to come on camera. You can express yourself. Tough? So sometimes we got to be able to vent and talk. So I wanted to share the platform with him, let him know. If you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. Right? We don't want no one to feel uncomfortable feeling. I'm tired of that. This is 2023, guys. It's a new year to understand reality. Most of us don't know reality because we live in a fairy tale world. The real world has ups and downs. It has lefts and rights. It has moments that we don't prepare for, but they happen, right? You could be driving your car today and you're flat tire. That's how unpredictable life is. But the one thing is you have to be able to roll with the punches no matter what. You can't give up. For those who say they're strong, we have to understand you can't give up. To me, honestly, I truly believe that God gives his toughest battles to his strongest warriors. Because we're all warriors. And you have to be tough in order to persevere through this thing called life. There's a lot more things we have in store. I can take the knee pain, right? I can take the back pain. I can take the ankle pain. I can take even sometimes my hand fall asleep, my feet. I can take all of that. But the hardest part about getting older is losing someone you love. That is the hardest part about getting older, is losing people you love. You know, I've lost so many people along my journey that at one point I normalized it like it didn't feel like anything. But I'm learning to unnormalize it because we shouldn't feel like that. You should be able to grieve about family. I remember one time I was so uncomfortable to grieve that when I did grieve, it came out in anger, right? To the point where I put myself in jail in a fight because of the fact that I was going through it and I wouldn't express myself. I wouldn't talk about it. I would hold back and I thought I was being so tough. But in reality, I was being weak. I was being weak. And the reason why I was being weak is because we learned that the ones who speak up are the ones who are truly strong. We're going to take another caller, guys. Take another caller. Caller, what's going on, caller?
God bless you. How you doing?
God bless you too, my sister. How you feeling?
I'm wonderful. Oh my God, have you hit a nerve?
What's going on? What are you going through?
Just talking about this with someone else. You know, I'm older than you, and I have grown children.
Okay.
I've been divorced for years, and I chose to stay by myself because I got tired of losing people that I
Wow.
love.
Wow.
You know, and a lot of people are not honest about stuff like that, and it eats them up internally, and then they end up having a bad life. You know, but I verbalize it and I get it off my chest, and I let people know how I feel about it. Yes, it's a loss, but guess what? In the process of all of that, I have peace.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
all my children are grown now,
Mm.
and they're all doing well,
Mhm.
and I'm okay with that. But now I'm left home alone.
Are you really alone?
Actually, yes, I am, and it's okay. I mean, I'm by myself, but God is always with me.
There we go. Now we talking.
always with me. And
But
he keeps me in perfect peace.
but that's a testimony to you though.
People are so busy trying to satisfy the flesh that they need to have someone. No. I can't get into that.
But you know that's a testimony to you though. The moment you says you at the moment as a mother or a father says, all my children are doing well and they're on their own, that's a real testimony to yourself. That means you raise very independent children.
Yes, I did. And you know what happened? And I'm being transparent because that's who I am.
Okay.
I've been raped 3 times.
Wow.
I had a baby from a rape case.
Wow.
I used to run these streets out here in Freeport doing crack,
Wow.
selling my body for crack,
Wow.
selling drugs in and out of jail.
Wow.
And God removed me. Something happened.
Hmm.
And God removed me from Nassau County, and me and my children ended up in Suffolk.
Wow.
And I didn't understand it at the time.
Wow.
But it wasn't about me. It was so that they could be raised right.
Wow.
So all of them, I had 2 nurses and 2 soldiers.
Wow.
All of them were doing well.
My sister,
But I'm
you
still
you
home
struck a
alone.
nerve with that myself. You know, and I'm gonna tell my story a little bit. I used to sell drugs, and when I was incarcerated, I took a drug program, and I never knew the impact of how bad I was hurting families.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew.
Come on
Like,
now.
you know, and me hearing you say this is like, you know, I want to say, I know me and you never probably met each other, but I want to say sorry, right?
We
Because
talked, though.
yeah, you see what I'm saying? So for me, it bothers me because it's like I couldn't believe that I normalized doing it to the point where I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
You know, and not realizing how impactful it's hurting a family, right? And the person that's going through that, they're fighting a demon. And not seeing that that person
You're
needs more
tearing
help
your
than
family
anything.
up, and you're tearing yours up.
Yes. And I'm only hurting my own. You know,
Hmm.
my sister, I love your strength, man. I'm hearing you being able to persevere and get through all of this says a lot. You know, you said you were a former addict and you got through that. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I'm
know,
an evangelist now. I
wow.
just moved back to Freeport in December. So I'm back out here in Nassau County now.
Nice.
And I couldn't understand why God wanted me to come back this way. And he said I had to go back to those streets that I wreaked havoc in to make amends.
Mm.
And I did. I still don't fully understand it. But I went to the store today, and on my way back, I saw this baby. She was not doing so well,
Mhm.
and I could tell she wasn't.
Mm.
So the God in me stopped and started talking to her,
Mm.
and I was able to help her to solve the situation that she was in.
Mhm.
And then it hit me what God was saying to me, that I had to come back to make amends.
Wow. Mercy. Can I ask a
You
favor?
and I have talked before.
I think I do remember you we was in front of my barbershop.
Yep.
I remember the voice. I'm listening to the
We
voice. I
was
remember you.
online.
Yeah.
I wanted to hook you up with my son Juwan, and then this other guy that was, well, that's another situation. I thought you were
I remember you. You're a very
But,
strong woman. I remember you. Can I ask you a
I
favor?
need to say something to you. I need to say something to you.
Yes.
You continue the road that you're on because a lot of people are watching you.
Wow.
You're an inspiration to a lot, not just the young,
Wow.
but also to older people, myself included.
Wow.
My oldest child is 41.
Wow.
My oldest grandchild is 22.
Hmm.
So I'm up there in age. However, I'm letting you know, you continue the road that you're on because there are greater and bigger things in store for you.
Wow.
Don't be selfish or stingy with them. Share them with others. God got some plans for you that you cannot even see yet.
Mercy. My
And I
sister,
see this all
can
the time.
I beg a favor from you?
Yes.
Can you give us a prayer for the people that just called in and pray for them in strength?
I can pray. Not a problem. You ready?
Yes.
Father God, in the mighty name of Jesus, Lord, you see and know all things. There's nothing that we can hide from you. There's a plan and a purpose that you have placed on each and every one of our lives. I'm asking you, Father God, that anybody that's hurting, anybody that feels left out, left behind, lonely, and don't see a way out, don't see a way to, or don't see how it's going to happen, I'm asking you, Father, that you touch that situation, that you touch that person's mentality, their mind, their heart, their body, their soul. Touch them and let them know that you are in control of all things. And that your word says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but you're faithful to deliver us out of them all. Meaning you will never leave us nor forsake us, because that's what your word says. So I'm asking you, Lord, that you open doors, that you make ways, and show them that there's a plan and a purpose for their life if they will only say yes to you. Forgive themselves first before they can forgive others, because we are the most important person in that situation. So we have to forgive ourselves first before we can forgive others. And that is the key to all good things, forgiveness. So I'm asking you, Lord God, touch each and every person that is under the sound of my voice right now. Help us to walk in forgiveness and to love one another regardless, because no one is perfect except you and Jesus Christ himself. In Jesus' holy master's name, I give you glory, honor, and praise, and I thank you for this opportunity. Amen.
Amen, my
Amen and
sister.
amen.
Amen. I just want to thank you so much for that prayer, man. You know, there's someone that needed to hear that, myself included. You know, I just want to thank you. And I'm just be honest with you. I want to thank you. You know,
Don't thank me, thank God, because I don't know why I called them, but he let me do stuff.
but also God uses people to tell me what I need to hear. And I think what you said today is what I needed to hear.
Amen. Amen.
My sister, I
have a
love you
blessed
so
night.
much, and I appreciate you so much. Wow.
I love you too. You have a
Thank you, my sister. I
know what,
appreciate it.
contact me on Facebook, Ginger Duff Jenkins. I'm always on there.
Yes.
I'll
Yes.
get back to you ASAP,
Wow.
okay?
Wow. Thank you so much.
You're
Wow,
welcome. Have
guys.
a blessed day.
You too. Wow. You know, all you can say is wow. 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 Our merciful Lord, man. Wow. You know, I just want to thank everybody, you know, that's calling in, man, because this is like I said, this whole thing, this whole movement is deeper than me. You know, I'm learning that I have to make myself vulnerable in order to help others. And I'm allowing myself to be vulnerable because of the fact that I know someone needs to be able to see that it's not always about being always tough, right? And that's what I'm trying to allow myself to be vulnerable. And guys, you know, as I see every day, God, I tell them to order my steps because I know there's a bigger mission, and the bigger mission is bigger than me by far. You know, I'm just a vessel, and I thank God that He's allowing me to help His people, which is my people, His children. And I'm just grateful for it. You know, anyone else want to call in? 516-253-1150, right? We're allowing you to call in today so you can be able to vent about your circumstances and things that you may be going through that you want to talk about. 516-253-1150. These testimonies today, man, have been so impactful. And I love it. And I love it to the, oh my God. You know, words can't even express how I really feel. You know, I'm humbled and grateful. You know, I'm grateful that people are comfortable to listen to me and respect my words and know that my vision is bigger than me. My mission is to help others, to lead them to God, and to lead them to their better selves. Guys, we're gonna take another call right now. What's going on, caller? Hello, caller.
Hi, how you doing today?
How you doing? Who am I speaking to?
My name is Trisha.
How you doing, Trisha?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
Oh,
today.
say that
How are you?
again. Say that again. Say it twice so they know you mean it.
I am blessed and highly favored.
In God's name. Tell me what's going on with you.
I just wanted to say first and foremost that you're an inspiration.
I appreciate you so much.
Your videos are motivational, they're inspiring, and you're doing real life teaching. So continue to do that because we need it.
I appreciate you so much. You know, God, I'm listening.
No. I was listening to what you were saying.
Oh, I was about to say, you know, I tried my best to do, you know, do the Lord's work. You know, I see there's so much destruction in the world already. For me to add on to it would be me doing the devil's work. And I've noticed that a lot of people are out here doing the devil's work because if you're not pushing positivity, then you're pushing negativity. If you're not pushing collectiveness and togetherness, you're pushing chaos and destruction. So for me, I'm pushing God's work, and that's togetherness, unity, you know, and building people up together.
I think it's important. I think it's important for young black men to see a black man that is successful and is successful in a legal way.
Yes.
Because we have 1,000 examples of men that are doing things and they come with a lifestyle and it's not positive.
Agreed.
So for someone like yourself who has a testimony where they turn their life around,
Yes.
and to be as open and as vocal as you are about your love for God, I just think that you need to, keep going, because our boys need that, and our young men need that.
It took me a while to get this comfortable. I remember I used to try to hide it. I felt like Peter at one point. And I'm going to be honest. At times I used to deny it in front of people. But I kept seeing the things that he would do for me. And I'm not talking about just materialist, right? Not material way, but mentally. I would see that he would open up doors and make me dream and believe, and I saw it. And I kept saying, I'm denying someone that genuinely wants to help me. And I thought I was crazy. And I said, something has to be wrong with me if I'm going to deny my God. And I want more people to understand how powerful he is, and how he can lift up people from nothing to something psychologically.
Amen.
You know,
he can do it. Yes.
I seen it. I'm a testimony for it.
Yeah.
I talk about it all the time. I
Wow.
say I didn't believe I was worthy plenty of times. But again, he takes not the best, he takes the worst and show them that they can become the best. Because life is about
That
growth
is it.
and elevation.
That is
know.
it. Even the caller before, she said her testimony. Like,
Yes,
listen,
yes,
I was
yes,
in this life and God moved me.
yes.
And then God said, hey, you need to go back now that you're strong and I've changed your life, to go ahead and show other people that it's possible to be done. And, you never know how your light will shine upon somebody else. And you might just be the spark to change
I
and to
appreciate
show
that.
them that it can be done. Because if someone doesn't see it, some people, they can't understand that it's possible.
I agree 100%.
So,
100%.
it's good. It's good. It's definitely good.
You,
And
you,
you're using your platform in a positive way,
mhm.
you know.
you know something funny? At one point, I used to be in church a lot. And then when I started going to church all the time, I started noticing the youth was like basically leaving the church. And I started saying to myself, why are the youth leaving the church so much? And in boatloads, they're leaving the church. But I've noticed that too many people have become too judgmental, to the point where a lot of young people are persuasive or not going towards God because they feel like they have to go through the judgmental people first. And that's a major issue. Too many people, right? And I genuinely, wholeheartedly believe this. The reason why I feel like we're losing the youth when it comes to church and God is because too many young people believe that they got to go through the judgmental people first before they can be receptive of their God. Too many people judge them and they put too much scrutiny on them on things that they've already done. Rather than understanding them, they judge them and act like they were always this strong walking person with God. And now you're making someone feel like they're not worthy enough or they're too unclean. So they're evasive of God now because of the people that's quote unquote the gatekeepers of the Lord, right?
Hmm.
And that's a major issue.
And we need to let the people know that God meets you exactly where you
Oh,
are.
say it again. Say it
God
again.
meets you exactly
Mhm.
where you are
We need to
in your
change this
life
narrative.
right now, today.
Yes.
He's waiting.
Yes.
God qualifies the unqualified.
Yes.
God is the waymaker. And I wholeheartedly see your point, because in my church, well, outside of, the pastor's family,
Yeah.
our youth is complete. It's depleted. You know,
Yes.
and I understand that, and now I'm going to, try to take some of what you said and really try to do actionable steps to reach our young people, because your life flourishes when God is ahead.
Agreed.
Seek
Agreed.
Him first, and
Agreed.
God will add every single thing after: your heart's desires, things you did not even know you could achieve.
I agree.
God is like, you're dreaming too small. Dream big.
Agreed. You ain't never lied.
You know,
You know.
yeah, you're dreaming too small, dream big. But again, I just wanted to encourage you to keep going. There's things that I would like to do, and I can't do them because I'm a female. I would like to get something started as far as like a mentorship program, maybe for our young black men.
Yes.
And do something positive, because I don't want to lose them. I have a
Yes.
son myself, and
Yes.
you know, the ones that don't have a strong support system, the ones that don't have, families or have somebody praying for them on a daily, we need to reach them and bring them back, because that's how we change our future, is we change the kids.
I agree 100%. So reach out to me in my Instagram. We could, anything, I'm on board for everything. Anything with the positivity
Okay.
standing next to it, I'm all for it. That's what I'm
Okay.
about.
I'll send you a message on that platform, and let's see if we could make some actionable change in our community.
Listen, let's do it. I appreciate you so much, my sister.
All right, take care and have a blessed day, okay?
You too. You too. So, guys, you see, these are the conversations that we need to have more often, and we need to raise the awareness. We need to stop allowing people to basically steer us away from our own blessings, because any blessing that comes, God is in the midst of it. Nothing comes without God in the midst. Every single blessing that you see someone has, God is in the midst of it. He has his hands in everything. Sometimes he gives out bad because he's trying to teach you a lesson too. So sometimes when you see people going through something bad, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It may be a good thing because God might be showing them a lesson, right? I'm going to take one more phone caller before we get out of here. 516 253 1150. 516 253 1150. I'm going to take one more caller before we get out of here. Right now, we're talking about, losing someone you love. And, understanding that, we need to teach our young men and women how to find God again and understand that he should be in the midst of everything that we're doing. A lot of us need to stop contesting the youth and start learning the younger people. That's why I thank God I have a lot of younger people around me, because it teaches me a lot. I thank God for my guys like Chris and my guys like Tyler's and my guys like Kenzie's. Let's take this phone call right now. Caller, what's going on, caller? Lower the TV, caller. Caller, I'm getting an echo. Lower the TV. She's gonna call back. But listen, so for me, I thank God I'm around a lot of young people. They keep me inspired. They keep me young. They keep me understanding the youth. See, they say, a lot of people always ask me, like, yo, why do young people gravitate towards me so much? And I said, because we have like an ongoing joke. The joke is, I'm your father. It's a joke that we do all the time. And we do this because it's not that I'm your father. It's more of showing young guys that being a good example and a good role model. That's why a lot of young people gravitate towards me. Guys, let's take this phone caller. Caller. What's going on, caller? Hello, caller. Whatever you listening to me on, caller, lower it. Caller. Yeah. But anyway, what we do is we have to understand that, in order for us to grab the youth, we have to learn how to understand the youth. In order to understand the youth, you have to be able to talk to the youth. How are you going to understand someone when you're not willing to listen? That's a conversation we need to have more often. How can you understand young people when you're not willing to listen, right? Sometimes, and I'm going to say this on record, sometimes the older people say stuff like, it's hard to get through to the younger people, but how can a younger person understand you when you're not willing to listen as an older person? In order to get respect, you have to give it. And we have to give the youth respect, so therefore they can give us respect. They're not going to give us respect if we don't give them respect, right? Caller, what's going on, caller? Caller.
Hello?
Hello, who's this? Whatever you got me on, just lower the volume on it. Because I'm getting an echo.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, but whatever you on, lower the echo because I'm getting it. Go ahead, I'm hearing you now. You good now? What's going on?
Hello?
Yes.
Happy Sunday to you.
Happy Sunday to you too, my sister. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm coming along.
Listen,
I just wanted to start off by saying thank you for the positivity and the good energy, because it's definitely needed this day and age. It's just so much negativity in the world. And to come across, a grown man who's pushing the Lord's word and, just keep dishing out the positivity is a great thing.
You know, you said a word that I inspire to always be every day, and that's a man. You know, and men and women is a difference between boys and girls, right? So as a man, I try my best to be a better example of what a man is. You know, I don't lower the standard of what a man is. I try to make myself reach the level of what a man is. You know, so as your brother, and I just want to tell you, I appreciate you for even saying what you're saying. You know, and we need to do it. You know, it's more than overdue. You know, a lot more people need to build these platforms up for more positivity or less negativity, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, it's way more negativity and positivity in the world. So the mere fact that, like you said, the difference is you're a man versus a boy,
Agreed.
pushing that positivity. Hopefully, they'll see you pushing the positivity and gravitate towards that versus the negativity.
Agreed.
I also wanted to speak on grieving.
Okay.
My father, he passed away last year,
I'm sorry to hear that.
and he wasn't active in my life. Him and my mother were married. In the beginning, I want to say they split when me and my siblings were around 3, 4, and 5. Eventually, they got divorced when we became teenagers.
Yes.
But, I didn't hold that against him. He had his own struggles, whatever, but that was still my father.
Yes.
And I didn't grieve it properly, I don't think. I'm in Georgia. He was in Jersey. And me and the sibling never seemed to see eye to eye.
Okay.
So I was hoping that, unfortunately with him passing, that would bring us closer together to where we would be able to mend our relationship and move forward, in a positive light, because at the end of the day, we all we had. But it went left. Sometimes I feel like you just have to leave things alone.
Yeah.
You could try to get someone to understand where you're coming from, or you try to understand where they're coming from, but it takes two people.
Yeah.
And I wanted so much for us to be able to come together and do something, great for my father's memorial. But ultimately, I wound up just staying in Georgia and didn't even go to New Jersey because I just felt like I didn't want to travel up there and it just be all bad, like negative and just tension in the air. And it affects me, but at the same time, I still feel like I did what was best for me and my children.
Agreed.
Versus putting us in that environment, not knowing, what could take place. But it's still, at the same time, still bothering me, like, that I wasn't able to attend his funeral and whatnot. So when we speak on grieving, like,
yeah.
I don't know if I grieve properly. I don't know, like, and then where I'm from, people die. Used to die so often. It's like I became numb to it. Like,
Yeah.
You find out somebody passed away, and it's just like, oh, okay, it's another one.
Yeah.
And I don't think it should be like that, but because it was just so often and it occurred so much, it was just like I became numb to it.
Wow.
And I just said all that to say that, when siblings or friends or whatever go through things, and then there comes a point in time where you have to get together for whatever reason to, make a situation right or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Just try with everything in you to push to make that happen.
I agree.
But if you know that you tried to make that happen with everything in you, genuinely,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't work, only thing you can do is walk away from it knowing that you tried your best.
I agree 100%. My sister,
And then
I want to commend you because, just for you being able to forgive your dad. I didn't grow up with my dad. He left me when I was very young. And I was able to forgive him. And not only was I able to forgive him, we built a decent relationship because the Bible says, honor thy mother and thy father, and your days on earth shall be long. So for me, I hold God to that. I said, God, this man didn't raise me. He didn't do what he was supposed to do by me. But I'm going to take your word for what you said. But I'm going to hold you to that. I do want to live to see my great-grandkids. I do. So I pray that allows me to get to that level, right? But I just
Right.
want to commend you and tell you, like, the only thing I learned about life, and I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes in life, blood makes us related. Blood don't make us family. And I feel like a lot of us still haven't learned that yet. You know, love, family is love, family is honor, family is integrity. You know, someone could not be blood to you, but still be family. Right now, I'm in the office right now working on this podcast with my family, you know, and it's not because of blood, but it's because of honor and integrity. So what, you know, the one thing I will say is,
love that they've shown you.
yes, yes, yes. So you can't make everyone become what you want them to be. We just have to accept what they are and just allow it to be and raise our children better than what we, you know, what we could have been. That's what we can do is by weeding it out of your lineage in the next generation sometimes. Sometimes the last generation is too ignorant to change, but the new generation is what we can work on.
Exactly.
You know,
You're absolutely right.
it's just reality. I appreciate
I just
you.
want to thank you.
Thank
and
you so much,
keep
my
doing
sister.
What you're doing, and
Thank
you
you.
know, I just want you to make it. I just want us all to make it. That's how I'm coming. Like, I want everybody to make it. It's enough room for all of us.
It is,
So
though.
we have to push together and hold each other hand instead of being judgmental and you know, thinking one is better than the other. Like, we will never be able to make it as a whole if we keep looking down and judging each other and not trying to help the next one up.
I agree 100%, my sister. We are what we support. I say that all the time over here. We are what we support. We can't support the negativity and then be mad at the fact so much negativity is going on, right? So I just want you to know I appreciate you so much. Let me say that one more time. You know, one of the person just said it on one of the streams. We can't keep supporting the negativity and then wonder why the world is so negative. In order for the world to become positive, we have to support more positivity. So when there's positive things going on, we got to stand there and listen to it. We got to stop absorbing the negative energy and expecting positive results. That's a major problem.
Yes, absolutely agree.
My sister, I want you to know I love you. I appreciate you so much. And please keep showing love and keep
Enjoy the rest
support.
of your day. Be blessed.
Thank you so much. We're going to see this. We're going to take this last person. Caller, we're going to take one more caller, then we're going to get out of here, guys. Caller, what's going on, caller? Who's this?
This is Barbara Ann. How you doing?
How you doing, Barbara? How was everything?
Excuse me, I can barely hear you.
How you doing, Miss Barbara? And how you feeling?
Oh, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I can't complain about nothing. To God, I give the glory.
That's good. I have a question I want to ask you.
Okay.
Have you found your bride yet?
Not yet.
Oh, so you still searching?
Yeah.
May I ask what are you looking for in your bride?
God knows who it is. You know, I don't want to, you know, God knows what's for me. You know, I don't look for what I need no more. I look for, you know, not what I need. I mean, what I need, what I want, rather. I look for what God is going to give me because he knows what I need.
Well, that's good that you leave it in God's hands.
Of course, you're supposed to. So what's yours, God's going to give you, no matter what you don't or do want. He's going to give you what's for you.
Say that again?
I said, what's for me, God's going to give for me. You know, no matter how I look at it, what's for me is going to be for me.
Exactly. I love that song. What God has for me, it is for me.
Will always be.
You gotta know it.
And
It was nice talking with you.
thank you so much. I appreciate you too.
Okay, and be encouraged.
Thank you so much, my sister. All right.
Bye.
So, guys, today was an amazing episode. We're going to wrap this thing up all the way, right? All I'm going to go out with saying this, man. Don't think that you're the only one going through what you're going through. There's someone that's going to be inspired and encouraged by your story. Your story is just another testimony and a chapter in your life, right? So the moment in your life you may be going through don't mean you have to end that way. Tons of us allow ourselves, let me say that one more time, right? Let me say this again. This is just another chapter in your life that you're going through, right? We want our stories to end as a motion picture, right? Bestseller, right? One of the greatest novels ever created, but yet and still we have to understand, in order for it to be like that, we have to go through certain things. And these testimonies and these stories and these moments are building you up for your greatest glory. And most of us understand it is the kingdom of heaven. This is a temporary place. It's not long term. We're not going to be here forever. But while we're here, we have to enjoy, whether we like it or not, we have to enjoy what it is, right? Whether it's good or bad, we have to go through it. But understand that there's someone right now that needs your testimony, that needs you willing to express yourself and allow yourself to be vulnerable because someone needs to hear what you're going through. right? Here at that Don't Let That Go Over Your Head podcast, we will be opening up the floods and the phones every single week, allowing someone to tell us their testimony. Why? Because it's someone that needs to hear you. And there's someone that needs to know that you exist and know that you're not in this alone. When you walk through life every day thinking that you're alone, you're fooling yourself. Because there's tons of us that don't know, I am your brother, you're my sister, he's my brother, I'm his brother. But why are we not seeing that we're family and we're all related and we're not trying to help each other? That's a major dilemma. I do not want to laugh at no one's pain anymore. I don't want to tease someone for having problems and trauma. I think it's sick. But the world is so caught up on laughing at each other to the point where we're missing helping each other. So again, let's stop putting Band-Aids on problems that need surgery, right? That's a major dilemma. We put Band-Aids on problems that need surgery. It's the mental trauma. We don't need hospitals anymore. We need psychologists. We need to be able to vent. We need to be able to express ourselves and allow ourselves to be vulnerable and tell ourselves that it's normal for what we're going through. No more sitting alone thinking that you're the only one. Those days are long gone. We in this together. So everybody that was on this podcast today and everybody that tuned in, I just want you to know I love you. I value and I appreciate you. You are my sister. I am your brother. And we're going to help each other up. For those who don't want to hear this, God bless you. And I pray for you. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to make it to the gates of heaven. I don't want to get there and say, how you doing, my father? And he says, to depart from me, my child. I do not know you. Because I did not do his work. I want to get there and I want that man to say to me, a job well done. Till next time, guys, don't let that go over your head.